Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Select Cable. So yes, I haven't had a Marvel Select in a long time because they really haven't been doing much interesting stuff lately. But this year they've put out Cable. Also, there's an upcoming Carnage that should be pretty cool. And Cable's been very highly anticipated, and he's not, for the most part, a disappointment. He's really, really cool looking. Comes with loads of accessories, and for the most part is well articulated. But he does have some issues that I'll point out in just a minute. Let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, scope bay details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Cable. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor, Iron Man, and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. And here's Marvel Select Deadpool. Since he's probably a Marvel Select you might want to display Cable with, you might want to see the size differential there. Cable's actually not really tall enough, in my opinion. Cable's, he's a big dude, and he's really just about the same size as Deadpool, so I feel like he should be a bit taller. A lot of people actually think he should be used in Marvel Legends displays, which I think would work if you crouch him down a little bit. So, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. It's not a huge deal. He still works, but he could use a little extra height. Now let's get everything else out here and just look at Cable. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin, here you can see Cable. He is absolutely loaded with detail. His upper body has this big sort of leather padded area, and it's covered with straps and grenades and canisters and ammunition and all the stuff you need to just kill tons and tons of people. He's got one bare arm with a blue glove, gun holding hand on both sides, and then he's got his metal arm on the other side. He's got on blue pants, and he's got a few straps and holsters for all of his weaponry. And he's got some big, nice metal boots, which look pretty cool. And other than that, there's not really a whole lot else to look at, but all that detail is really nicely done. He looks very, very well put together. So, aesthetically, very pleasing. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt. Head sculpt-wise, this is pretty much a perfect Cable head sculpt. I love it. White hair. He's got the one yellow eye with the scar, and the other eye, he's very, very angry. And he's got little stubble, and all the lines are sculpted into his face. He just looks perfect. Plus, if you cover up the top half of his face, he looks kind of like Judge Dredd. So that's an extra bonus. Also, you can see he's got the little X-Men logo there on his chest. So that's also cool. Very nice head sculpt. I certainly approve of it. Now let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Unfortunately, articulation is where Cable doesn't quite hit the mark. His head rotates a little bit, but his big collar thing gets in the way. His arms go up pretty nicely, but they don't go forward or back very well at all because of the big shoulder pad thing. He doesn't have a bicep cut, and there's really no excuse for that at this point. Put bicep cuts on your figures, please. Single joint elbow, wrist cut, nothing in that chest area, waist cut. Nice DCUC style hinge hips, forward and back. Double joint knees, which are nice. And then hinge and pivot in the ankle, which is also good. He also has the thigh cut there. So that's all fine below the waist, but the fact that he's just got this huge, bulky chest armor that's not soft at all really inhibits his articulation. A lot of people have been taking that off and putting on the Marvel Legends chest armor, which makes sense. I don't have the Marvel Legends chest armor, and honestly, I don't think I'd do it even if I did, but it seems like a good idea and seems to help a bit with posability. Now, Cable comes with a load of accessories, so let's go ahead and move on to those. Cable comes with a lot of guns. Cable likes guns, and this figure reflects that. He's got one fairly large gun. It's got sort of weird little fin things on it. It's got a little red dot. The rest of it's all silvery gray. Two little hand-sized guns. He's got a knife, and then he's got a little holster and a sort of 9mm-esque pistol. The two holsters on his hips will hold the bigger handguns, or it will hold the little handgun inside of that holster, which is a bit strange. But it works. And then he's got a little holster on his back for the knife. He doesn't really have anywhere to hold the other gun, but you can put it in his hand if you want to. And then Cable also comes with his base as well as one really big gun. Unfortunately, Cable's arms don't really bend in such a way that he can hold the big gun two-handed, so you will still have to have it in one hand, which looks a bit strange because it's so massive. And then he's got his base, which is really cool. It's like a destroyed building. It's got like a lot of brick and rubble and stuff. And then it has a cape and a helmet, which would belong to Strife, which is really neat. Just a nice little accessory, since Strife is a clone of Cable. So that's all very neat. They actually went really out of their way to make really cool accessories for this. So that's pretty cool. Now, that wraps it up for Cable and all of his accessories. Let's move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Cable comes in the standard Marvel Select packaging. Got your big window here. Marvel Select Cable. Little X-Men logo there. On the back of description, picture of Cable as well as some other figures that are available, which are Zombie, Magneto, and the Amazing Spider-Man 2. I have reviewed Amazing Spider-Man 2 and have no interest whatsoever in Zombie Magneto. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Cable. Alright, that wraps it up for Cable, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.